Welcome all dear children. Today we will be doing from class 11 chemistry 4th chapter chemical bonding and molecular structure, and in this chapter we'll be covering the topic dipole moment. Now children, this term dipole, when does it comes? The term dipole comes when we have two opposite charges, that is when we have a positive and a negative charge, then there will be dipole between these two charges. Now, what is a dipole moment? Suppose children, we have here a positive charge and a negative charge over here. These two charges are having this center and this center. Now, these two charges, these two opposite charges are separated by a distance d. Now, what will be the dipole moment? Dipole moment is represented by this sign mu and is equal to the product of magnitude of the charge. इन charges का जो magnitude है that is q, उसको हम लोग multiply करते हैं with the distance between these two charges, that is d. So dipole moment is the product of magnitude of charge that could be positive or negative with the distance between these two charges. Okay, so that is known as dipole moment. It is represented by mu and the unit of dipole moment is d by E. The unit of dipole moment is d by E. Now children, mu is equals to q into d, and q is the charge which is equals to 10 to the power minus 10 ESU, and d is the distance between these two opposite charge, that is equals to 10 to the power minus 8 centimeter. So now children, what will be mu? Q into d, that is 10 to the power minus 10 into 10 to the power minus 8, and that will be equal to 10 to the power minus 18 ESU centimeter. Okay children, so this is all about what is the definition of a dipole moment. Now children, we will be doing the next one, that is dipole moment and the molecular structure. Now we will be studying about dipole moment in case of different types of molecules. That is, we will be discussing about dipole moment in case of diatomic molecules and in case of polyatomic molecules. Now, when I talk about a diatomic molecule, the name only indicates diatomic molecule, a molecule that is formed by combining two atoms. So, two atoms molecule. So, diatomic molecules. Now children, when I talk about dipole moment, then I say that dipole moment is a vector quantity. This is a term which you have studied in physics. Vector quantity is the one which have magnitude as well as direction, जिसके पास magnitude भी होता है और direction भी होती है, वो quantity vector quantity होती है. इसकी just opposite scalar quantity होती है. That also you might be knowing because you have studied in physics in class 11th and will be studying in class 12th also. So now children, diatomic molecules, when we study about diatomic molecules and about the dipole moment, we generally say that first dipole moment is a vector quantity. So as dipole moment is a vector quantity, it will have both the magnitude as well as direction, and vector quantity is represented by an arrow. Okay children, now if here we have a positive charge, here we have a negative charge, then this positive charge will make an arrow like this. This will be considered as a tail and this will be considered as head. Okay, so now what happens here? Head of arrow is towards a more electronegative element or atom, and this tail positive charge is over the less electronegative element, like children HCl. So here you will be have negative charge, here you will have a positive charge, and the arrow would be like this, because the electron from hydrogen is being attracted towards chlorine. Okay, so it is having negative charge and it is having a positive charge. So the arrow will be represented towards the more electronegative element. Here chlorine is a more electronegative element, children. Now, if I talk about a polar diatomic molecule generally, and it is having only one polar bond. Here we have only a single bond, children. So in that case, the dipole moment of the molecule is equal to the dipole moment of the polar bond. Now what does this sentence means? Now the diatomic molecule with more electronegative element attached to it will have a greater value of dipole moment. Here children, fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Fluorine is more electronegative than chlorine. Chlorine is more electronegative than bromine, and bromine is more electronegative than iodine. Now, because fluorine is more electronegative as compared to chlorine, so here fluorine will attract the electron more strongly towards it from hydrogen atom. Now, as fluorine attracts the electron more strongly from the hydrogen atom towards it, so here there will be more negative charge and here will be more positive charge. So the one with more electronegative element will show more dipole moment. जितना ज़्यादा इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव एलिमेंट किसी भी एटम से अटैच होगा वो उतना ही ज़्यादा डाइपोल मोमेंट शो करेगा, क्योंकि यहाँ फ्लोरीन सबसे ज़्यादा इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव है. तो वी हैव फ्लोरीन, क्लोरीन, ब्रोमीन, आयोडीन, ऑल आर अटैच्ड टू हाइड्रोजन, 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 हाइड्रोजन. So question comes that which one is more which is having more dipole moment. So the diatomic molecule with more electronegative element will be having more dipole moment, as it attracts the charge more strongly towards it and will have more negative charge as compared to the other atom. So this is the reason behind it. Now children, we'll be moving to polyatomic molecules. Now children, polyatomic molecules. Earlier it was diatomic, now it is polyatomic. When I talk about a diatomic molecule, it is only about 2 atoms. Polyatomic means more than 2 atoms. So now we'll be studying about the polyatomic, that is with more than 2 atoms. For example children, here we have CO2. Now we have double bond over here, double bond over here. We know that oxygen is electronegative. Oxygen is electronegative and carbon is positive, electropositive. Now children, the dipole moment of this CO2 we will be going to find out with the help of resultant of the dipole moment. अभी क्या होगा, ये जो ऑक्सीजन है ये इस कार्बन से इलेक्ट्रॉन को अपनी तरफ खींचेगा. सपोज अब ऑक्सीजन ऑक्सीजन दोनों साइड है, बोथ द ऑक्सीजन आर हैविंग सेम स्ट्रेंथ, दोनों ऑक्सीजन की सेम स्ट्रेंथ है, तो दोनों के दोनों ऑक्सीजन कार्बन से इलेक्ट्रॉन्स अपने तरफ खींचेंगे मगर सेम स्ट्रेंथ से. ऐसा जितने पावर से ये खींचेगा उतनी पावर से ये खींचेगा क्योंकि दोनों सेम है. अब क्या होगा, सपोज कीजिए यहाँ पर एक चपाती रखी थी और अ स्टोन वॉज पुट हियर and 2 people were standing here, both were having same strength. Now both were trying to pull the stone towards them. Now what happens, इसने अपनी तरफ खींचा तभी उसने उतना ही स्ट्रेंथ लगाया और उसने भी उतना अपनी तरफ खींच लिया. सपोज कार्बन पहले मूव करके यहाँ से इलेक्ट्रॉन इतना तक गया था, पर तभी इस ऑक्सीजन ने इस इलेक्ट्रॉन को अपनी तरफ खींच के वापस सेम पोजीशन पे ले आया. तो क्या होता है, ये वाला ऑक्सीजन जो इसको अपनी तरफ खींच रहा है इसके इलेक्ट्रॉन को, उसका इफेक्ट ये वाला ऑक्सीजन कैंसिल आउट कर देगा क्योंकि इनकी सेम स्ट्रेंथ है. तो जो रिजल्टेंट आएगा एट दी एंड, जो कार्बन का इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा वो जनरली यहीं के यहीं रह जाएगा. तो जो रिजल्टेंट होगा वो क्या आ जाएगा, ज़ीरो हो जाएगा. Okay, so here the shape is linear and dipole moment is 0. When dipole moment is 0, it is considered as a non-polar molecule. Now in the same way, children will make it out for H2O. Here also we'll take the resultant. We know that electrons are attracted towards more electronegative element. So hydrogen will give its electron to oxygen, and from here also hydrogen will give its electron to oxygen. So from here to here it is moving, and from here to here it is moving, and the resultant is adding up. ये दोनों सेम ऑक्सीजन दोनों को खींच के अपनी तरफ ऐड कर रहा है. सो इट इज एडिंग अप. सो इट विल हैव अ डाइपोल मोमेंट, बिकॉज इस ऑक्सीजन ने इसके इलेक्ट्रॉन को भी खींचा, इसको भी खींचा, और रिजल्टेंट ऊपर की तरफ गया, तो दोनों के दोनों एड अप हो गए. दिस प्लस दिस विल गिव मोर डाइपोल मोमेंट. So it is a polar molecule because it is having a dipole moment, and its dipole moment is 1.84 d by. In the same way, children, we'll have it for ammonia also. Now I'll give you the example of BF3. Okay, now when we make the structure of BF3, how we make it? B fluorine, fluorine, fluorine. Okay, now we know that fluorine is more electronegative as compared to boron. So fluorine is attracting the electron from boron. Here also fluorine is attracting the electron from boron. So this will go that side. Here this fluorine is also attracting the electrons from this boron. Now children, the resultant of this is going in this direction. While when we talk about these two, इसने अपनी तरफ इलेक्ट्रॉन अट्रैक्ट किया, इसने भी करा, तो हम लोग यहाँ पर इसको फिर एक्सटेंड कर कर एक स्क्वायर फॉर्म बना देते हैं या फिर क्वाड्रिलेटरल बना देते हैं, क्वाड्रेंट. इसमें हम लोग क्या करते हैं, फिर इसका रिजल्टेंट लेते हैं. हमने फिजिक्स में पढ़ा है, जब यहाँ पर ये दो हैं, इनके जस्ट ऑपोजिट हमने यहाँ पे भी डैश लाइन से बना दिया, यहाँ पे भी डैश, तो क्वाड्रेंट बन गया. अब क्या होगा, इनका रिजल्टेंट होगा यहाँ पे जो बीच में जो आया है लाइन, ये इन चारों का रिजल्टेंट होगा या इन दोनों का रिजल्टेंट होगा. अब क्या होता है, जब ये इसका रिजल्टेंट होगा तो एक तो इस तरफ खींचा और दूसरे ने इस तरफ खींचा. ठीक है, तो एक ने इस तरफ खींचा और दूसरे ने इस तरफ खींचा. तो जितनी स्ट्रेंथ से ये अपनी तरफ खींच रहा है, उतनी ही स्ट्रेंथ से ये इनका रिजल्टेंट भी इसके इलेक्ट्रॉन को अपनी तरफ खींचेगा. इन दोनों फ्लोरीन का रिजल्टेंट यहाँ पर आएगा, यहाँ पर, क्योंकि हम ऐसे क्वाड्रेंट बनाते हैं और ये जो बीच की लाइन होती है ये इसका रिजल्टेंट देती है, जिसने कि जो कि ये अपनी तरफ ऐसे अट्रैक्ट करने वाली है. तो ये उस डायरेक्शन में खींच रहा है, ये उस डायरेक्शन में खींच रहा है, और खींच कौन रहा है, फ्लोरीन. तो व्हाट हैपन्स चिल्ड्रन, दीज टू गेट्स कैंसल आउट, सो नेट डाइपोल मोमेंट विल बी 0 and this molecule will be non-polar in nature. Now children, one question comes that who is having more dipole moment, whether it is ammonia or it is NF3, whether it is NH3 or it is NF3. Now children, what happens if I talk about NH3 and NF3? So we know that fluorine is more electronegative as compared to nitrogen, and here nitrogen is more electronegative as compared to hydrogen. More electronegative as compared to hydrogen. Now children, as it is having more electronegative element fluorine, so according to us, the dipole moment of NF3 would have been more, and as this is having less electronegative element, the dipole moment of NH3 would have been less, but it is opposite. The dipole moment of NH3 is more, while the dipole moment of NF3 is less as compared to NH3. In this, I am going to explain you what is the exact reason behind it. Now what happens children? Here this nitrogen is having lone pair of electron. Here also this nitrogen is having lone pair of electron. Now this nitrogen is more electronegative than hydrogen. So it will tend to attract the shared pair of electron. So this arrow will be in the upward direction because electron is moving from hydrogen to nitrogen. In the same way, this hydrogen will also donate its electron to nitrogen. This will also going to give its electron to nitrogen, or is sharing the electron, or the electron of hydrogen is attracted toward nitrogen. So all these three are adding up in upward direction, and the resultant would be in the upward direction. So all these are added and are in upward direction. So this is why, children, the dipole moment will be more. When I talk about NF3, here also this nitrogen is having lone pair of electron. But what happens? These three fluorines being more electronegative than nitrogen, this fluorine will attract the electron from nitrogen to fluorine. So arrow in downward. This will also in downward. This will also in downward. So these three fluorine are attracting the electrons in the downward direction. And the resultant would have been, the resultant of this one would be in the upward direction, because it is always in the upward direction, children. But the resultant of these three will be in the downward direction. Okay, so now what happens? These two are in opposite direction. So this one is somehow cancelling out the effect of this one. Not much, but little bit it is cancelling out because they are in upward direction. So now what happens, children? The dipole moment of this NF3 will be less, and the dipole moment of NS3 will be more as compared to this NF3. So in case of NF3, dipole moment is 0.25 dBi, and in case of NS3 it is 1.46 dBi. Now next is, children, application of dipole moment. हम इसको कहाँ कहाँ अप्लाई करते हैं? So children, we used to calculate ionic character of a molecule. हम इसकी हेल्प से ionic character पता करते हैं किसी भी molecule का, कि वो जो molecule है वो ionic है या नहीं है. Second, we are able to distinguish between polar and non-polar molecules because, children, if the molecule is having dipole moment, then it is polar, and if the dipole moment is coming out to be 0, then the molecule is non-polar. Next, children, we can find out the shape of the molecules. हम molecules की shape पता कर सकते हैं. उसके बाद हम cis और trans isomers पता कर सकते हैं. कैसे? Suppose it is like this: A, B, B, and trans is A, B, B. Now here, children, we can able to distinguish between cis and trans, because in trans these two are same and will be cancelling out the effect of each other. So the dipole moment in trans would be 0. जब सेम एटम ऑपोजिट साइड पे होते हैं तो उन्हें हम ट्रांस कहते हैं. जैसे बी ऑपोजिट साइड पे थे तो ट्रांस. इसमें इसका डाइपोल मोमेंट ऊपर जा रहा है, इसका डाइपोल मोमेंट नीचे की तरफ आ रहा है, तो ये दोनों एक दूसरे के इफेक्ट को कैंसिल आउट कर रहे हैं. तो नेट डाइपोल मोमेंट इज कमिंग आउट टू बी 0. while in this case this is cis when these same atoms are present on the same side. देखो A और A दोनों सेम है, सेम साइड पे हैं, तो इसमें ये दोनों एक दूसरे के इफेक्ट को कैंसिल नहीं करेंगे, तो डाइपोल मोमेंट 0 नहीं होगा. इनका रिजल्टेंट 0 नहीं होगा तो डाइपोल मोमेंट भी 0 नहीं होगा. सो इन केस ऑफ सिस isomer dipole moment is not equal to 0, while in case of trans isomer the dipole moment is equals to 0. It is also used to distinguish between ortho, para and meta isomers. Okay children, so these are the 5 points. It can tell you about the ionic character. It can distinguish between polar and non-polar molecule. It can tell about the shape of molecule. It is used to distinguish cis and trans. In the same way, children, it can also tell about the ortho, para and meta isomers. I'll tell you what are ortho, meta and para. Suppose here we have CH3, CH3, CH3. Benzene ring CH3 is attached. If any atom like CH3 is attached at this position next to it, then this is ortho. If CH3 attached to this position, then this position is meta. If CH3 attached to this position, then this is para. So this also gives us information about the distinguish between ortho, meta and para positions. So these are the main applications. So that's all for today. Thank you all and have a nice day.